How important is it to match your title to your gig image, your description, your purpose, and your tones? We're going to find out in this episode as I do a gig review for Stepheon. My name is Brian from Ridgeback Productions, and I'm on a mission to help beginning voiceover artists grow their business and generate more income. We're going to look at Stepheon's gig. Let's go. So let's have a look at Stepheon's Fiverr Voice-Over Gig and see what we can do to make some improvements. All right, as we have a look at his gig, I can see here that the gig is, I will voice over your character, commercial, or audiobook. Okay, I like that. I don't necessarily feel that those three go together. If we were to make an adjustment to just the title in itself, although the title isn't that bad, I like that voiceover is one of the first words. It should be I will and go into record or voiceover, something that you do for the business, which is voiceover. I like that. If I was to make a generic gig here, I would change it more specifically for you, Stepheon. I would go with, something like, I will voice over a deep male American voiceover, or I will record, I like this one, I will record a male deep voiceover, something to that effect. One of the strong One of the strong positives that he has going for him is he has a really awesome voice. He has a deep voice, and I think with a little bit of practice, he can hone that skill and get really good at delivering voiceover. So the title is not too bad. I would make an adjustment to it and have it be a little bit more generic rather than specific. I think what Stepheon was going for is he wants to do character work, commercial work, or audiobooks. So he's just targeting that, and I'm okay with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You could do that, but there's other places you could put it. That's fine. That will work. I don't mind that at all. The next thing I want to look at is his voiceover section right here. He's doing $5 for 100 words. Excellent. I'm good with that. When you're first starting out and you're a new seller, definitely start at the $5 range. I wouldn't go below 100 words, but you could definitely get a lot of work at 100 words. So $5, 100 words. My recommendation is anywhere between, I guess I'd go below 100, 75 tops. I'd go anywhere from about 75 or 100 up to about 200. You're good there. That's good. I like that. His 2-day delivery, I'd like to have that changed. 2-day delivery is basically saying when the order comes in, you have 2 days to get it to the buyer, which isn't a big deal. If you could possibly do 1 day, that's a huge thing, because what happens is when buyers go to order a gig, so they're searching for voiceovers, one of the things that they can filter is male, female, American, whatever language they speak, but you could also filter out when the delivery comes. Now, for a more inexpensive voiceover like this, where it's at $5, if a buyer's looking to only spend $5 or $10 for their order, they likely are looking for a fast delivery as well. It's kind of the market for this low-hanging fruit is cheap pay, fast delivery. And that's okay. So what I would do is I would change it to 1-day delivery if possible, because if a buyer filters out that they only want 1-day delivery, Stepheon's not even going to show up. And you don't want that. You want to be able to show up when buyers are looking for a VO artist. So if someone searches character voiceover, perfect. If Stepheon doesn't have 1-day delivery and they're filtering by 1-day delivery, he's not even going to be seen, even if he is perfect for that job. And I believe strongly in my heart that he would be perfect for a lot of jobs. So I would adjust that if possible. I would do 1-day delivery if you could possibly do it. He is doing a high quality audio file wave format. That's perfect. That is not any extra step for us as a voiceover artist. It's an easy change. You just save it as a wave file. A lot of clients would like that. Some don't care and they're fine with an MP3, but it's a good thing. It looks like you're adding more benefits for their delivery. You're giving them something for free, and it's something free that doesn't cost us anything, and it's just a small extra step. So I do like that he's offering that. Okay, what I want to look at now is we're going to have a look at his gig video. So what Stepheon has for his gig video, it's a video of himself talking about his business and what he can do as a voiceover artist. I like that. I applaud that, but that's not really the right section to put that. What I would do for this is if I'm a buyer and I want to hire a voiceover talent, I don't want their first video to be them telling me about themselves. What I would do is I would include as many demos as you could possibly add to it. I believe you can add up to 3 as a new seller. If you have orders from clients, you can attach those on and you can put those on so other people can hear those. But I would do that. I wouldn't have the first thing that a client clicks on, the first thing that a buyer goes to is a video of you talking about your business. They're going to hear your voice, but what they want to hear is what they're there for. If I'm searching as a buyer character voiceover, and then I'm hearing Stepheon talk about himself, even though he's a good-looking guy, he's got a great voice, he's articulate, he's got a cool smile, he looks friendly in that video, all these positives, well, I want to hire you as a character actor, and I'm not hearing any character work. So that first video, that's got to be a banger right there, and I wouldn't have it be an intro to what you do. What you should make is a demo reel of the different genres. So if we're looking at what Stepheon does character commercial audiobook. That's what he wants. It's in his title. Your first demo should be a banger right out the gate. You should be demonstrating character work, commercial work, an audiobook. They don't really go together, but that's okay. If that's what he wants to target, it's your business, you do you, it's all fine. That's not that big of a deal, but your demo should have that character commercial audiobook. You don't want to be talking about your business. Buyer wants to hear what you're going to deliver them, not about yourself. All right, before we move on from that, I do want to make a mention though. If you are going to make a video of yourself, I highly, highly suggest that you take a little bit more time and frame your background and make it look super tight. Stepheon looks good. It's framed okay. He's in the middle. He's a little bit low. He's got some headroom on top. If you notice in my video, do you see how I have that much room above my head? You want to frame it so you fill up a little bit more. That's okay. Not a crucial thing. What's really drawing my eye, though, is he has a pop-up green screen in the background. So that being said, I would just make the green screen fill up the whole background, or don't use the green screen at all. If you're trying to cover up something, then shoot in a different location, or don't do that. Don't have it. Just have your face, and that'd be almost better. So it's just a little bit slightly distracting, and it doesn't quite fit for voiceover why you would have a green screen. But I like what he's saying. I'm just not a big fan of the actual video, and I would make that adjustment. All right, let's go ahead and scroll down here. So we're looking at about this gig. About this gig is supposed to be about the gig, literally. What are you doing to make the buyer get exactly what they need when they're coming to you? The gig needs to say, this is how I'm going to help you. This is how you're going to feel. This is what you're going to be getting. These are the outcomes that you're going to have from working with me with that specific gig. And when I read through this gig, it's basically a description of who he is and how he plans to help. Given the opportunity, I promise to approach every project with enthusiasm, professionals. It does go with that gig, but it should be more specific. If it's a character gig, a commercial gig, or an audiobook gig, then you need to address that in the description. It should be more of ordering from me, you're going to get exactly what you need for character work. I have a wide range of voices and tones to deliver to give you the exact personality that you're looking for in your character. Okay, or if it's a commercial lead. My commercial voiceover is going to help draw in the audience and engage them into the product you're selling, whatever. Or if it's an audiobook. Using my voice will help sell many audiobooks because of the engagement level I bring through my delivery, whatever you want to say. So what I'm saying here is the about the gig needs to be literally about the gig and how it's going to help serve the buyer, not about you as the voiceover artist, not about what you aspire to be, what you aspire to want to be like. It needs to be all about and only about the gig. That's what this section is. It literally says about this gig. I'd like to see this be literally only about the gig and not him. Okay, so moving down in this section, it says, I'm excited to explore the world of voice acting. While I am new to this field, I am confident in the ability to bring life and energy to any script. These are all great things. I don't recommend, and I tell talent that I work with all the time, don't admit that you're brand new. Don't say what you want to get to. Don't say, I hope to be this. I will work hard to get to this level. You don't mention any of that. You are already at that level. You're not lying. If you are on Fiverr and you are making money, you are a professional. That is the absolute dictionary definition of professional, is you make money doing it. Do not say, I hope to be, because you are. If I'm a buyer and I see somebody telling me, I'm excited to get into voiceover. What do you mean? You're already in voiceover. You need to act the part. You need to be the part that you are. You definitely need to be the part that you want to be. So I tell all the talent that I work with, please don't put, I'm looking forward to getting into voiceover. I've always wanted to be in voiceover. Nothing that gives the assumption that you're not qualified to do this. The buyer wants to know that you are highly qualified to do this, even if it's your first job or 1,000th job. You never, ever, ever want to say that you're an amateur. And some of the words that Stephon's using here, it's a little bit amateur. And I don't mind that. I understand 100% what he's doing. And I applaud him for it, man. I'm eager to learn and grow as a voiceover actor, and I'm willing to put in the time and effort required to develop my skills. What a great attitude to have. I love that. I love that. I would like to see this all in the about the seller, which is the next section we're going to look at. About this gig should be only about the gig and how it serves the buyer. Okay, going into this lower section, we have language English, gender male, age range, adult. Those are all good things. Purpose. You can have 3 purposes, and he has all 3 filled out. Audiobook, video game, and meditation. Here's what I would like. If your title says that you are character, commercial, audiobook, your purpose should be audiobook, video game would work. Meditation, I'm confused on. Meditation doesn't go with commercial. If you're going to do commercial, you should have video narration. And in fact, I tell every talent that is a new seller, you are losing out on potential buyers if you don't have video narration as your purpose. Video narration is the number 1 purchased purpose for voiceover on Fiverr, 100%. And it has been like that for a couple years now. Video narration. Video narration applies to anything that you as a voice talent are providing a voice over a video. Video narration doesn't mean that you're doing dubbing. It doesn't mean you have to do any video editing. You don't have to do any video syncing. It's none of that. In fact, you don't even have to see what the video looks like. Basically, what it is anything that has voice over a video, in-show narration, documentary, you name it. That's all video narration, and you should definitely include that in your purpose. So if I was to redo Stephon's purposes, I would make sure that he has video narration, audiobook, and video game, because that's going to fit his title. And his title is that he can do character, that he can do commercial, and that he can do audiobook. It fits the purpose. You definitely want to make sure that you are matching the purpose to the title. The about this gig matches the title. All those pieces need to go together. All right, we're going to go ahead and look at the tone. For his tone, he's calming, casual, conversational, corporate, deep. I like these tones. When I was looking at them ahead of time, I agree with pretty much all of them, especially deep. Deep is a big one. If you put that you have a deep tone, you better have it. So quick story, when I first started on Fiverr, I put that I have a deep tone. I had a gig that says I will provide a deep voiceover for commercials or whatever it said. I had so many clients ask for a sample and came back to me saying, you don't have a deep voice. And I'm thinking to myself, I have a pretty deep voice. I don't have a deep voice compared to other voiceover artists, especially like Stepheon. Stephon's got a pretty awesome voice, and it is deep. You're going to get a lot of work if you genuinely do have that deep voice. I love that he has deep in his tones. Corporate, that's fine. That's going to apply. But again, let's tie it back to the title. If you are doing character, commercial, and audiobooks, I'm not sure having a corporate tone is going to fall into that. Maybe a commercial. I wouldn't say necessarily I would take it out, but that might be one you'd want to shift. Conversational, oh my goodness, 100%. That's so huge in voiceover industry right now is the conversational tone. And if you can genuinely give a conversational tone, you're going to make a lot of money. Great. So we have those three, casual, calming. Those are great. I love it. Great job. Stepheon did an amazing job with his tones. Love it. Let's go ahead and scroll down here. All right. So what we're looking at is the About the Seller section. This part right here, the average response time is clutch. That is so important. And Stepheon has a 1 hour response time. Excellent. So what happens is working within the Fiverr algorithm, Fiverr really loves when you are good to the buyer. Good to the buyer means you have a fast response rate, and 1 hour response time is excellent. You are telling Fiverr, I'm using your platform. I appreciate that you are marketing for me and bringing in buyers, and I will respond quickly to the buyer. Fiverr likes that. They reward you by putting you higher in the search when you get searched. So it's not based on like your talent, how long you've been on the platform, not necessarily how many orders you have, but a little bit like that. All things being equal, you're really helping the algorithm by having a fast response time, and 1 hour is the fastest that you can do. So good job with that, Stepheon. Language, English, perfect. He's been a member since 2017. Good as last delivery 1 week. Excellent. No problems there. All right. So if we're looking at About the Seller, this is what I was referring to earlier. He has this as his About the Gig as well. I'm excited to explore the world of voice acting. I'm new to this field. I'm confident. Okay. My recommendation, adjust this. I wouldn't put that you're new to the field. Don't admit that. Don't say that you're excited to get into it or explore into it because you already do it. From the buyer's perspective, you're not new. You've been doing this. It's all opinion, right? So what is new? Does new mean you've been doing it a year? Does new mean you've been doing it 10 years? Does new mean you just turned on the mic for the first time 3 minutes ago? So because it's all perception, don't say you're new because new is subjective. It could be whatever you want it to be. So you're not new. I'm telling you, you're not new. If you have an account on Fiverr and you're going for this, like I want you to, and I'm going to help you get there, then don't put that you're new. I'm a voice actor. You are a voice actor. I'm a professional voice actor. That means that you make money doing this. Now, if you haven't been hired for your first time, which means that you've never received $1 for this, if you don't feel comfortable putting professional, fine. So here's what I would put. If you're uncomfortable putting professional, just put, I am a talented voice actor ready to work and help you out. Something like that. That's a good, strong start. I would use professional, but if you don't feel comfortable with doing it because you haven't made $1 yet, then you have to put that. But as soon as you make money, put professional because that means you have made money and it looks better. And it is true. So what we have here is while I'm new to this field, I wouldn't put that. I'm confident in my ability to bring life and energy to any script. I would definitely like to have him change that to I have the ability to bring life and energy to any script. So it's more in the positive rather than saying, I'm confident I can do it. You're just saying it as a statement. My ability is that I can bring life and energy to any script. I will do it. I am eager to learn and grow as a voice actor. I wouldn't put that. Change it more to the affirmative of saying, I enjoy learning and growing as a voice actor. And I'm willing to put in the time and effort required to develop my skills. Make it more affirmative. And I always put in the time and effort required to continue to grow in my art or to develop my skills. That's fine to say. So what we're doing is we're changing things from I can, I will. You want to make everything to be this is how it is. 100%. It's just all factual statements. I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring life. I'm going to bring energy to your script. I love learning. I love growing as an actor. I always put in the time and effort that's required of me. This is my job, and I'm going to make sure you're getting 100% what you want. So we have here, if given the opportunity, I promise to approach every project with enthusiasm and professionalism. What a great thing to say. Let's change the beginning a little bit. Instead of saying if given the opportunity, when. Because it's not a matter of if they hire you, it's when they hire you, because they're going to hire you because you're that good and you need to project that. So if given the opportunity, nope. When given the opportunity, I promise to approach every project with enthusiasm and professionalism. I'm open to feedback, constructive criticism, and I am committed to continuously improve. Excellent. You can leave that. That looks good. That is a great line. Now, what I would do is I would end it with a positive call to action. So a call to action is asking the buyer to do something. You're calling on them to take action. So a good call to action would be, I look forward to hearing from you. Please don't hesitate to reach out for your next project. Or it would be a really good one. Take advantage of these low rates before they go up again. Did you catch that again part? Buyer doesn't know that they've ever been higher or lower. They have no idea. So put that. Take advantage of these low rates before they go up again. Okay? That gives the buyer a sense of urgency, like they need to take action before, oh my goodness, he's only charging $5 right now. Maybe he was charging $50 before. They have no idea. So let's go down into the order details. Again, 2-day delivery, we're going to change that. The rest of it looks good. I like these pricings. It's got a lot of stuff filled out. Essentially, what I'm looking at in this area right here, whenever I do a gig review, I just want to see that it's there. I don't really care so much about what you're charging. What I do care is that you're offering it. You're offering 1-day delivery. You're offering proofreading. You're offering commercial rights. You're offering. Give the option to upsell on different things. Now, it could be said, and I've been asked this a lot, I'm going to do a video on this. If I put 2-day, then I can offer a fast 1-day delivery, but there's a different way to do it, and I'll make a video on how you can do that. What I want to see is a 1-day delivery for these gigs, and then you can add in a special one, which is super fast delivery. I'll make a video on that one. This all looks good. All right, so to wrap this all up, I just did a Fiverr gig review for Stepheon and his gig. I will voice over your character, commercial, or audiobook. Key takeaways from this is I want to make sure that you have a title that matches your gig image and video, that matches your description, that matches your purposes, that matches your tone. Do you see they all need to go together? As a new seller, you can have more than one gig, and I want you to have more than one gig. Stepheon should have a gig for character, for commercial, for audiobook. Make them all separate so they can all go together. But if you are going to piece them all together into a general gig, as we would call it, which is fine, that's what this is, make sure that your title, your picture, video matches your description, your purposes, your tones. It all needs to go together. Such easy fixes for Stepheon, and he's going to do so good in this industry, I can tell. He has the right mindset, he has the right attitude, and when you listen to his demos, they sound really good. The issue, though, like I said, is it opens up with a video of him talking about himself. That's great, and I love to hear about him. However, as a buyer, they don't want to hear about you. They just want to hear what you can do for them. So each of his demos should be a character, a commercial, an audiobook. That first one should be a video with a reel, as we call it, of commercial, character, and audiobook. Have a couple character, a couple commercial, a couple audiobook. Have them be about 10 to 15 seconds each, and bam, 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 bam. Get them all laid out so the buyer can hear what he can do. And if you have subsequent demos, like he has 3 more, those demos should be, one is character, another one is commercial, another one is audiobook. Everything ties together. Your title matches your gig and image video, matches your demos, matches your description, matches your purposes, matches your tone. Piece them all together. If you're looking to hire a voice actor with a genuine deep voice that is articulate and has an awesome voice, I would highly recommend that you check out Stephion's gig. The link is going to be in the description below. Go say hello to him and tell him that you like his gig and you're ready to hire him. If you're interested in having your gig on Fiverr or UpWork reviewed, I would be happy to do that. If you visit the link in the description below, there's a link to click on that says review me, and I would be happy to help you out with that. It's what I do. It makes my heart feel good to help beginning voiceover talents grow their business and generate income. I had the help when I was coming up, and I want to be the person to help you as well. Before you go, I want you to do me a favor. Can you do that for me? What I need you to do is go into the comment section and let me know, do you have a video for your gig? It should be the first one, and it should be a reel of all the samples which you're able to do. Let me know that in the comment section below. I am really interested to see how many of you are taking advantage of this video feature. Thanks for joining me. Until next time.